screencast. My name is Dzan Ta, and I work for Revit Products in Smyrna, Georgia. I am an Autodesk certified instructor and hold many certifications in multiple Autodesk products for the AEC industry. I hope you enjoy my screencast. If you'd like to see more of my screencasts, please search for VAR 2015, that's VAR 2015, or my name. Please don't forget to give me a thumbs up after you watch it. In today's screencast, we'll be looking at the actual Revit component command. Here I am in a Revit project. If I look at the Architecture tab of the ribbon, Build panel, I have the component command. If I hit the little black arrow next to it, I can get a menu drop-down where I can either place a component or model one in place. What is a component? A component in Revit is the formal command for a family. So you actually have the ability to place three-dimensional families inside your Revit project. If I click Place a Component, in the type selector, we can see all the different families that are already loaded in a default architectural project. If I don't have what I need, I can always click Load Family, and it will open up the US Imperial Library, and you can browse for different things, say for example furniture, say seating, and maybe this sofa. If I hit Open, that family will get loaded into the project. It becomes the current one, and I can look inside Type Selector to see if I have different sizes. I only have about one. When I go to place it, I can use the space bar if I need to rotate it before I place it. If by chance I have an object that's at an angle, say for example like this, and I go to place another couch, if my family is on top of the angled object, I can use the space bar to rotate it against that object, and so it ends up being parallel, like so. If I need to, I can always take the family and duplicate it, give it a new name, and change the information. For example, maybe it's an 8-foot wide couch instead of a 6-foot couch. Now that I've done this, I can see that that one has changed, and if I were to create another couch, I can go in here and pick the one that I made earlier, and you can see the difference. When we take a look at placing the components and loading them in, you have a fairly decent library of many types of families that are available. If for some reason you don't have what you need, you can always go to the Insert tab, Autodesk Seek panel, and type in here something that you're looking for. For example, if I click Bike Rack, if I type in Bike Rack, it'll open up seek.autodesk.com. It will filter by the name Bike Rack and by the content of Revit, since I actually requested the information from within the Revit application. I can find what I need, and I can download it after I sign in. Once you've downloaded it, you can actually just go ahead and use it. Now that is the basic command for placing a family, a component. What if you need to build a custom component? Let's say, for example, you have a bookshelf over here that you need to place that's custom. We can click Model in Place and specify the category that we want. So maybe it's going to be casework. It's going to ask for a specific name, so let's say bookcase shelving. Hit OK, and now I'm in the family creation environment, if you will. You'll notice you have tools like Extrude, Blend, Revolve, Sweep, so on and so forth. So if I want to create a shelf, bookshelf, at the back of this wall at a specific height, let's go ahead and do so. We will go through and put in let's take a look at a section. Let's go to the elevation. We'll put in a reference plane at the height that we want. Say 42 inches, and we'll give that a name. Now that we have that reference plane available to us, we can go through the process of creating this extrusion, setting it to the reference plane that we drew earlier, and making this extrusion however we want to make this extrusion, say for example this, and making it 2 inches thick. Finish it, finish the model, and the shelving is created. As you can see there. Okay. So again, if we go to the Architecture tab of the ribbon, Build panel, the component command is here. And that is a quick screencast on the component command in Revit. Thanks for watching my screencast, and please don't forget to give me a thumbs up.